Hello YouTube, how we doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing wonderful. So we're going to start off with the last video entitled Well, and it was just a picture of this. Now, without me actually commenting on what this was during that video, I'm sure you guys know where I'm getting with that. Sorry, Maisie. Sorry. Okay, so, and about the time, and it's dark out here, I know. This is how they hide things in plain sight. This was actually an article out of the New York Times the very next day. Now they're talking about the main shooter being found, and you know there's a helicopter over there, but you see there in the moon the little blue. Okay, and before that, you know, we were talking about this article right here, 72 hours before the storm, and you know I told you what the storm was. Which, you know, I kind of know this stuff, but it's nice to see, you know, because quite honestly, I wasn't expecting to see Big Blue until we flipped. I didn't think he would show up like he did. So that's just kind of really cool confirmation, if you will, I guess is what you would call it, right? So it's also called the Blue Kachina, right? We've got the Blue Kachina right there. And then I've shared this picture before too. The one on the right is the Red Kachina. Okay. The two sunsets, and I know people, you know, there's been lots of pictures floating around of the two sunsets, so that's what that is. Now, in some of my videos, I've talked about how we weren't made human, right? And so, if you look up the Blue Kachina, it's a blue star. It just doesn't look like a blue star at the moment because we're not there yet. It's just outside of our dimension, okay? About the coming end of civilization on Earth. That's because there again, we weren't supposed to be human. I know there's people out there talking about, you know, we're getting upgrades to our DNA and all. It's a bunch of malarkey. What we're going through is a purification process. Basically, it's like a cleansing. It's getting rid of, it's all energy related, okay? So here's some more on it. A Kachina or spirit, okay, that will signify the coming of the beginning of the new world by appearing in the form of a blue star. It says the blue star Kachina is said to be the ninth and final sign before the day of purification. Okay, a world engulfing cataclysm. Now you got to remember all these stories are a little bit tainted, right? So I'm not sure if we're actually waiting for this to come down. Okay. Peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, woman with child. And that's, you know, we have the war raging over there in the Middle East. So, you know, and that could just be a ceasefire, right? We could be waiting on a ceasefire. I don't know yet what we're waiting on. But one of the things I found interesting through all this is, like I said, I keep seeing the number 10 everywhere, right? I talked about that in another video, and I haven't even begun to cover all the 10s that I've been seeing lately. But to give you an idea of one, let me get to it here. Okay, this comes from the United Nations. See right there in blue, 10th Emergency Special Session. Okay, because I wanted to look up when they actually had that special session. But that is a number 10. So there again, we could be waiting for them to say, there's a ceasefire, those words. Um, who knows? I don't know. Another interesting thing I saw that's 10 is this last Monday night ended the 10th week of the NFL season, and the Broncos won right there, 24-22. And again, if you add those up, you get 10. So week 10 ended with a 10. Now, in some other videos I discussed the Fast and the Furious, right? 10. And Indiana Jones made his last movie. Or that'd be Harrison Ford. And then they went on strike, right? The Writers Guild and all them went on strike, and they weren't doing movies anymore. So I'm not sure if this is, significant in any way, because, American football is only played in this country. It's not, soccer, rugby, all these other sports are played in every other country. This sport is not. We send our teams over there to show them and play, right? But typically, so just like that book that came out in the 1800s talking about Trump being the last president, Biden's president now, yes, but they could be talking full-term president, because I don't think we're here much longer. I'm sorry, but that's just me. So he was probably the last full-term president, and if we this right here, because there again, all the countries are symbolic of other worlds, and the U.S. represents what was once our world. So they may start, tonight's Thursday, and there is Thursday night football as far as I know. I don't know, I don't really follow that stuff anymore, but they may get it started, but they may not finish. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, it is what it is. So I just wanted to throw that at you. People really seem to like the picture of Big Blue. That sucker shot up to like 80 views all in that day. But it's also the Son of Man, like I said, right? So, these things have been prophesized and talked about. As I always say, it is what it is. Although it was nice to get some confirmation on all my hard work, and maybe everybody will think I'm not quite as crazy now. And I will throw one more thing at you, and this has nothing to do with the ascension. This is just something that came up, okay? So I don't know how many of you heard the story about Lilith was before Eve, right? And Adam and Eve, let's talk about that one for a minute, okay? Because, like I said before, Adam was probably a group of people, well, a group. I'm going to say there was 72, okay? And why do I say that? Because, again, Star Trek, and everybody gives me a hard time about using movies, but it is what it is. Wrath of Khan, there were 72 people in cryogenics, right? So if they were all men, then Lilith was the first attempt at a woman. Now, they said that she was too hung up in her evil ways and didn't want to go and flew off. Okay? There's also something in Greek mythology about Pan being born with clubbed feet, and some say they were even webbed. Okay, I'm going to show you something here. Think about the Little Mermaid, the Disney show. She's got red hair like Lilith did. my guess is Lilith was actually a mermaid. And she didn't fly away, she swam away. Pan, more than likely, was a mermaid as well. And they didn't make a mermaid, they were trying to make a woman. And it didn't turn out. So it's not that she probably said no way. They probably said, no, this isn't going to work, and threw her in the ocean, maybe. I'm not real sure. But, just something to think about. Because things around here are not as they appear, right? And I've done a lot of research on this stuff. I've tried to, I've gone my own path to get answers. I believe I'm finding a lot of them, but and like I said, the most frustrating part about all of this is that you finally you see what's up. You can kind of read between the lines and the story, but ultimately in the long run none of it's going to matter. So it wasn't a complete waste, but everything happens for a reason. So I don't know why I was put on this path, but now I did also say in another video that the 3 days of darkness could be we go without internet or some kind of communication, and everybody's been hearing this story right here, right? Okay, I'm still not sure that's going to play out that way, even though they're talking about it, and I thought maybe that might be the only way. Because there again, it gets back into, you won't go without your daily bread, the bread of life, and people use the internet every day. So I don't know. Like I said, a lot of this I really don't know how it's going to play out. I just know what's up. And that's that. Although I did find this article. I think I dug it up yesterday. And it's amazing that they put that right in the headline. Time is finally up. Of course, they're talking about a volcano, but that's kind of like them showing everybody the picture of Big Blue, attached to a different kind of news article, right? This thing right here. I mean, look at what they're focused on. That picture of the moon is right there, center screen. It's a little high, but center screen. They had to get the helicopter in there. Okay? So, some stuff will come out of the news. it's just how I see it. I'm sorry. But it was nice to get confirmation on some of this stuff. So, and not that it was nice. It was good to see. That's all I can say. Because like I said, I didn't expect to see Big Blue until we flipped. So, that's about all I have for tonight. It gets dark awful early, so I can't really do this at the lake and show you all the scenes of water and whatnot. But, that is, oh, and here, this has been in the news quite a bit too. I keep saying that, we probably live in the earth. Remnants. And it's the remnant church in the Bible is what they call it, right? So we got remnants of an ancient planet close to the core. That doesn't necessarily mean, there's chunks down there, but we're down here. This is... So, and I also think, just like the Enterprise, when they're on the bridge, if they want to see what's going on outside, right, they have to turn on the view screen, and I think that's kind of what our sky is. It's just a view screen of not necessarily what's down here, but what's going on outside up there. That's why, we can get pictures of Big Blue, because it's not down here. You know, that's going on up there. So, like I said, I didn't have much. I just wanted to follow up on that. I've been meaning to do a little follow-up video for a couple days now, but timing and work and Maisie and just everything I've got going on sometimes makes it a little difficult. But, all right, everybody, stay safe and have fun. That's what this is all about, just having fun, no fear. Big Blue is here. Okay, I love you all. All right, bye-bye.